Good morning, everyone. I'm back and going to be sharing another video with you today. I am just doing a few things around my yard, and I thought I would take you along for just the couple of chores that I'm doing. I'm coming to you live from my garden shed. I'm actually just looking out my window into my backyard. Actually, this is my house over here. And I was going to turn the camera around, but my garden shed is not in good shape for filming. So I'm not going to do that today, but I honestly feel like it could be a good place to, I don't know, do some filming. It's a big enough shed where I could clean up the background a little bit and be able to talk to you in here from time to time. I'm just getting my tools together. I'm going to be pruning up some of my Junior Walker Catmint today. I just have a couple of them in the front yard, and they need to be sheared down so they can rebloom for me this season. And I can talk to you more about the Junior Walker Catmint when we go up to the front. But first, I'm just going to collect a couple of tools. Okay, I'm going to need these. I'm also going to grab this shovel here just in case I want to work on something else as well. Well, if you can hear the thunder, it's starting to rain. My gardening project may be postponed, I don't know, but I might try and go down and trim a couple of these. So I have just two really, and they're in between my daylilies. You can see right here and right here. And I just want to trim them down so that they get a new flush of blooms again. Well, the rain stopped. So I'm out here in my front yard, and like I said, I just have a couple of garden tasks to accomplish this morning, and one of them is to trim my Junior Walker Catmint. My son Tyler is helping me today with the video recording, so thank you, Tyler. Tyler, why don't you just show what a Junior Walker Catmint looks like? Okay, also called a nepeta. It's a perennial. Okay, Tyler, if you want to just show them what our Junior Walker Catmint looks like. It's a decent size here right now, and it is, you know, it's still blooming somewhat, but a lot of the foliage is kind of turning to like a, you know, kind of a gray color, so that kind of tells me it's time to just shear it up, and so we can have another round of blooms and we can attract more butterflies as well. So I'm just going to trim this back, and I also like when these are trimmed up mid-season because, Ty, if you just span this area here, you can see that the nepeta is right next to my daylily, and when I trim up the two nepetas here, it just kind of makes the daylily stand out again. So I really kind of like that. So I'm going to get started trimming these up. And you can do one by one. I have just my little pruners here today, so, or you can just kind of go in and grab a handful and just cut them back. And I think that's kind of what I'm going to do here. And once you trim them back, it won't take long at all before everything will flush out again. And you can have some more blooms. And you can see, Ty, if you come right down here, you can see it's already starting to mound up. So it almost tells you, the plant almost tells you that it's ready to be trimmed back. So we'll keep working. And it's starting to rain again, so we're going to kind of move quick here. It has such a nice smell too. We're just coming to the end here. And this is what it looks like when it's all trimmed up. And you can see it's kind of, they're not all the same size now again in this row. They're sort of like big, little, big, little. And I think that just kind of looks nice. And when it starts to bloom out again, it's just at a different level. And it's just, I think, provides more interest in the front here when I do trim them back eventually. And now I'm going to move on to my other one here. And the rain, it's still kind of sprinkling, but I'm hoping I can get this one trimmed up as well. We've had a lot of rain in the last week or so, which has been great. I feel like we've needed it, and I love after a rainfall, everything kind of looks so lush and beautiful, and it just helps the garden immensely, especially I think in the month of July, when sometimes you can go through periods of drought and the sun can be kind of intense. And again, I'm in zone 6A in Western New York. And I love learning about gardening. I love sharing information with others. And I'm always open to learning something new. If you have any comments to make or suggestions or information to share, I appreciate that. You know, plants, flowers, they can be very forgiving too. You know, there's kind of like, you try to make a good clean cut, but it really is very forgiving. You can just kind of cut away and you're not going to ruin anything. Just cut it right down and it'll flush back out. I just think that's kind of amazing too, and beautiful at the same time. Get these last few stragglers. Okay, and here's the finished product, and you can see what I mean. It just kind of provides a little more interest. The fact that you have different sizes again. A larger daylily and then the smaller catmint. And here I am back in my garden shed again. Thank you for joining me today. It was just a short video, but I was just wanting to share what I was doing today in my garden, and I hope you were also able to get outside in your gardens as well, despite the rain sprinkles and the cloudy skies. And I will see you again very soon.